Hi, and welcome to One Chapter Closer, the audiobook channel that helps you experience one chapter at a time. Whether you're here to relax, learn, or enjoy great stories, you're in the right place. Let's dive into today's chapter and take one step closer to the end of the book.
How to Let Things Go, a Zen Guide to Living Freely and Fully. In a world that often feels overwhelming, the wisdom of Zen Buddhism offers a path to peace and clarity. Shunmyo Masuno, a Zen Buddhist monk and best-selling author, shares 99 timeless tips in his book How to Let Things Go. These insights, rooted in centuries of Zen practice, guide us to relinquish control, reduce anxiety, and focus on what truly matters. Let's explore these teachings as a story, weaving them together to create a narrative that flows naturally and engages the heart and mind. The Art of Detachment. Imagine standing in a serene Zen garden, where every stone and plant is placed with intention. This is the essence of letting go, knowing what to hold on to and what to release. Masuno begins by reminding us that letting go isn't about giving up or being irresponsible. It's about discerning what truly matters in our lives. In a world flooded with information and constant social media updates, we must learn to prioritize. Instead of obsessing over every notification or trying to please everyone, focus on what aligns with your values and goals. In our relationships, whether with family, friends, or colleagues, detachment is key. There's a fine line between being attentive and being meddlesome. When someone is upset, our instinct might be to offer advice or try to cheer them up. However, sometimes the best thing we can do is give them space. For instance, if a friend is going through a tough time, instead of bombarding them with solutions, simply let them know you're there for them when they are ready to talk. One of the most liberating realizations is that we can only change ourselves. Masuno shares an anecdote about a woman frustrated with her husband's messy habits. Instead of trying to change him, she focused on adjusting her own expectations and found peace in accepting him as he is. This shift in perspective can transform relationships, reducing conflict and fostering mutual respect. In the age of social media, there's a tendency to overshare and seek validation from others. Masuno advises against this, reminding us that no one will ever fully understand us, and that's okay. Having a few close friends who understand even 30 to 40% of who we are is a blessing. This mindset can help us let go of the need for constant approval and focus on deeper, more meaningful connections. Family relationships can be particularly challenging because we often expect our relatives to understand us implicitly. Masuno warns against this assumption, urging us to respect each family member's individuality. For example, instead of imposing your values on a sibling, try to appreciate their unique perspective. This approach can reduce tension and create a more harmonious family dynamic. Releasing anxiety and embracing peace. Now, let's step into a quiet meditation hall, where the air is still and the mind is calm. Here, Masuno teaches us how to relinquish anxiety, impatience, and anger. Worrying about the future is a common source of anxiety. He reminds us that the future is inherently uncertain, and no amount of worrying will change that. Instead of fixating on what might happen, focus on what you can control in the present. For example, if you're anxious about a work project, channel your energy into preparing thoroughly rather than imagining worst-case scenarios. Holding onto past grievances or mistakes can weigh heavily on our minds. Masuno suggests creating a memory drawer, where we can store unpleasant experiences without letting them dominate our thoughts. For instance, if you had a disagreement with a colleague, acknowledge your feelings, but then let them go. This practice can help you move forward without being burdened by the past. Many of us feel pressured to meet others' expectations, whether at work or in our personal lives. Masuno advises putting some distance between ourselves and these external demands. For example, if your boss is counting on you to deliver a project, focus on doing your best rather than obsessing over their approval. This shift in mindset can reduce stress and improve performance. In our efforts to be liked, we often hide our true selves behind a mask. Masuno warns that this can lead to a loss of authenticity. He encourages us to embrace our imperfections and let go of the need to always appear good. For instance, if you make a mistake, own up to it rather than trying to cover it up. This honesty can foster deeper, more genuine relationships. Comparing ourselves to others is a surefire way to feel inadequate. Masuno suggests measuring ourselves against our yesterday self instead. For example, if you're learning a new skill, focus on your progress rather than comparing yourself to someone who's been doing it for years. This approach can boost confidence and motivation. Responding with equanimity. As we walk through a tranquil forest, we learn how to respond to life's challenges with equanimity. Not everything people say or do is meant to be taken literally. Masuno advises paying attention to tone and body language to better understand others' intentions. For example, if a colleague makes a sarcastic comment, consider the context before reacting. This mindfulness can prevent misunderstandings and unnecessary conflict. In today's information-saturated world, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. Masuno recommends periodically disconnecting from the news and social media to protect your mental health. For instance, if you're feeling anxious, take a break from scrolling through your phone and spend some time in nature instead. This practice can help you regain clarity and focus. Just as we practice social distancing, Masuno suggests practicing information distancing. Be selective about the information you consume, focusing on what's truly relevant to your life. For example, instead of reading every news article that pops up on your feed, choose a few trusted sources and limit your intake. This approach can reduce stress and free up time for more meaningful activities. When faced with conflicting opinions, it's easy to feel uncertain. Masuno advises staying true to your values and making decisions based on what aligns with them. For instance, if you're unsure about a career move, reflect on your long-term goals rather than being swayed by others' advice. This clarity can help you make more confident choices. In a world that values knowledge, admitting ignorance can feel uncomfortable. Masuno encourages us to embrace our limitations and ask questions when we don't know something. For example, if you're in a meeting and don't understand a concept, don't be afraid to ask for clarification. This humility can foster learning and growth. Conserving energy and avoiding burnout. As we sit by a gently flowing stream, we learn how to conserve energy and avoid unnecessary stress. When faced with challenges, it's easy to fall into a negative mindset. Masuno suggests reframing our thoughts to focus on the positive. For example, if you're struggling with a difficult task, remind yourself that every challenge is an opportunity to learn. This shift in perspective can boost resilience and motivation. Overthinking can paralyze us, preventing us from taking action. Masuno advises breaking the cycle by focusing on what you can do in the present moment. For instance, if you're overwhelmed by a project, start with a small, manageable task. This momentum can help you move forward and regain a sense of control. While it's important to consider others' opinions, Masuno reminds us to stay true to our own values and goals. For example, if you're pursuing a creative project, trust your instincts rather than seeking constant validation. This confidence can lead to more authentic and fulfilling work. Every job, no matter how small, contributes to society. Masuno encourages us to take pride in our work and focus on doing our best. For instance, if you're in a support role, recognize the importance of your contributions rather than comparing yourself to others. This mindset can foster a sense of purpose and satisfaction. Life can feel monotonous if we don't introduce variety. Masuno suggests making small changes to break the routine. For example, try a new hobby, take a different route to work, or experiment with a new recipe. These small shifts can make life more interesting and fulfilling. Embracing life's complexities. As we reach the end of our journey, We come to a clearing where the sky opens up, reminding us of life's vast possibilities. Life is full of ups and downs, but Masuno reminds us that nothing lasts forever. For example, if you're going through a tough time, remind yourself that it's temporary. This perspective can help you stay resilient and hopeful. Our perception shapes our experiences. Masuno encourages us to find the positive in every situation. For instance, if you lose your job, view it as an opportunity to explore new possibilities. This mindset can help you adapt to change and find meaning in adversity. Life is full of uncertainties, and there's no single right path. Masuno advises embracing the choices we make and making the most of them. For example, if you're unsure about a decision, trust that it's the right one for you at that moment. This acceptance can reduce regret and help you move forward with confidence. It's easy to be swayed by others' opinions, but Masuno reminds us to stay true to ourselves. For instance, if you're criticized for a decision, focus on your own values rather than seeking external validation. This self-assurance can help you stay grounded and focused. Dwelling on the past is unproductive. Masuno encourages us to learn from our mistakes and move on. For example, if you regret a missed opportunity, focus on what you can do now rather than ruminating on what could have been. This forward-thinking approach can help you let go of regret and embrace the present. Conclusion: do your best and let go. As the sun sets on our journey, Masuno's final piece of advice is simple yet profound. Do your best and let go of the rest. Life is unpredictable, and we can't control everything. By focusing on what we can do and letting go of what we can't, we can live with greater peace and fulfillment. Whether it's in our relationships, work, or personal growth, the ability to let things go is a powerful tool for living a more meaningful life. By incorporating these teachings into your daily routine, you can cultivate a Zen-like mindset that allows you to navigate life's challenges with grace and ease. Remember, letting go isn't about giving up. It's about freeing yourself to focus on what truly matters.
Thank you for listening to this chapter on One Chapter Closer. Congratulations on being one step closer to completing the book. Don't forget to check out our channel for more specially curated audiobooks. If you enjoyed this, please like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on new releases. See you in the next chapter.